here.
Hey.
How about a fountain?
How about the trickling sound of a fountain?
It feels so estate-like.
I know, it's
It
so
feels
fancy.
so fancy.
It
I
does.
know. We are shopping for Bernini, and innovation is at the core of their brand. And they have innovated with this fountain, which, yes, you can flip upside down so you can customize your fountain. But what's cool about this one is you can use it anywhere because it's cordless.
What?
Yes, all you need are 4D batteries, which means you can use it anywhere, but also unlike solar power, which we do love, you can use this in the shade. So if you have a shady area where you want a fountain and it's not gonna get sun to power up the solar, now you can use this there as well. And as you're looking at the size, it's 31.5 inches tall, but if you have like a windier area in your yard or your garden where you like to put this, you can actually add sand to the base to give it a little bit more stability. And it comes with 3 spouts. So it's truly customizable. And then you also get this infinity attachment. So if you like sort of that like pool, that spillover of your fountain, you can do that as well. And 81484 is your item number. We have 2 color choices. I have the gray here in the studio. And then there's also a white option available for you as well. Not a lot of these to go around. We have fewer than 150 in each choice. Jack Geiser is joining us now. His family is behind the brand. They've been inventing since the 1800s.
It's a long time.
That's a very long time.
Yes,
you don't stay inventing for that long if you're not coming up with good things.
Yeah.
And they are. Jack, good to see you again.
Hey, Jack.
Great to be back. No, and I'm also glad that you guys started to mention how it's cordless. It can go anywhere. And that is what we really wanted with this fountain because it is more of a stately piece, right? I mean, this is just like the fountain tower that I think we were showing earlier, but the difference is that the Taranto comes with the base. That way you don't need to scour through your garage if you think you have something that might make a great grand piece. This already comes with it, so it's 31.5 inches tall, and it's gonna just look beautiful in your garden. It's gonna stand out in your garden, and I think that's the big thing, right? It's gonna make your garden feel more like an estate. Fountains aren't supposed to be, tucked away. They're supposed to stand out. They're supposed to beg for attention. And these really do. This really demands attention, let alone begs for it.
Look at those different options. Like the white one that you have there, Jack. I
love that.
It's giving me Las Vegas.
Definitely.
Bellagio.
Yes, Bellagio.
Yeah. I love that one.
It does look amazing because it just kind of sprays up in this beautiful fanning spray. But my personal favorite is the pirouette. I mean, I love the more natural feel because it just is going up and falling back on itself in a more random kind of way. It almost reminds me of like a flickering flame on a candle or something like that.
It does. And then you have that infinity bowl as well, which, Jack, in this one, could I also put like a little plant in here if I wanted to?
Exactly. It's set up so that you can use it as an infinity pool attachment, which is great for that kind of spillover, peaceful, glassy look. I mean, to me, I think this is just amazing because you get almost like a mirror effect on it. And then the other thing it can be used for is it can be used as a self-watering planter, or it can be used as a bird feeder. So, you were showed in some of the video earlier that birds love to come up to this. They absolutely love to play around in the water, but they also like to eat from it. And when you fill this up with enough bird seed, birds will absolutely flock to it.
I love it. I mean, listen to the sound.
The sound is so soothing. It's so relaxing. It's so tranquil.
It's aspirational. Like a lot of us wish we could have a fountain, but then you think about the plumbing and the electrician and all of those costs that could be associated. This is running on 4D batteries. It's cordless, so if you're thinking like, okay, maybe like I could do a solar, but I have an area in my home that doesn't get a lot of sun, and that's, of course, where you want to put your fountain. You don't have to worry about that. We have 2 choices, the gray and the white, which you're seeing both of them. Jack, how long can I run on the 4D batteries, and how much water do I need to put in here?
So that is maybe the best part, is that the 4D batteries will actually last you 200 days.
Wow.
So, you might think, oh, I've got to be switching these out all the time. But the reality is it's going to last you most, if not all the season, depending on where you're at. And then the nice thing is, as far as the water goes, is the bowl, I don't know if you can tell, but it's very deep. It's a very volumetric bowl. So you get a lot of water in there. And I know we talk about sometimes you get these fountains and it's hot where I'm at. It's, we're in Southern California, so water tends to evaporate if it sits out in the sun too long. The nice thing here is you have so much water. I think it holds Oh man, I know it holds more than a few gallons of water. And the best part is it's not constantly draining that from your water bill. It's self-contained. So you pour it in one time and it's gonna stay there. And you may need to fill it up if it dries out a little bit, but the likelihood is that water is gonna be there all season. And if as long as it keeps moving, it's gonna stay clean. That's the nice thing to me, is that this is why the birds love to come and drink and bathe in it, is because that constant moving water stays cleaner than stagnant water.
Yeah, I mean, just think about having this experience in your outdoor space, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a big yard or
Right.
a big garden. I could see this on a patio or a deck.
Oh, definitely. I mean, what a great way to elevate a small space, especially with like this amazing moment where you're getting the beauty and the sound
Yeah.
all in one, and it feels so luxe.
Especially if you have like an apartment balcony and maybe you don't have a ton of space, everyone's gonna look at your balcony and be like, how did they get a fountain on that balcony? How did they do it? Bernini is how you do it. We have the gray and the black available for you, but we don't have a ton of these to go around in either choice. Gray and white, rather. Gray and the white. We have the gray here in the studio. Jack, can you show us all those features again with the different water dances that we can sort of do?
Exactly.
Like water dances.
Why don't I show you guys a few things? So right now, I've had this gray one over here set up in a sort of infinity pool and a more modern setup. But I'm gonna switch it around because I want to change how this room feels a little bit. I want to change the experience. It's as easy as just flipping the tower over and then setting the compartment back in and pushing the button back on, right? And so instantly I've got a completely different looking fountain. And that's just how easy it is to set up in general. And as far as the different experiences you get the 4 spouts here. And then here I have the pirouette spout, which to me I think is the most interesting just because it's the most random. And then I have 2 kind of fanning sprays here, right? One in the more modern setting, then one again in the more traditional 4 spout spillover setting. And then over on my left, a little bit more over here, I've got the infinity pool attachment, which has its own. It has its own possibilities of being a bird feeder, a self-watering planter, or this infinity pool that we have set up here. And then not even being shown is actually the umbrella spout. I mean, there is so much you can do with this fountain. It's going to be completely designed to your taste once you get it at home, and I think you'll love it.
Which one are you picking, Steve?
Ooh, I actually like the white.
Okay.
I think it's very Grecian.
And which setting are you on?
Very Athenian.
I like the infinity pool.
You like it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gray.
Yeah.
And I'm Bellagio.
Bellagio.
I've renamed it Bellagio, Jack. I'm on the Bellagio one. But it's cool that we can both have our own experience.
Yes.
And it's cordless. 4D batteries is all you need. And Jack, how long are we getting on 4D batteries?
You're getting 200 days on 4D batteries.
Amazing.
That's a lot of days.
That's a lot of days.
What are you doing in the next 200 days?
I mean, right? Enjoying my fountain
Not
outdoors.
changing your batteries.
Nope.
That's for sure. That'll definitely get you through the summer season.
Yeah.
$58.80 is your easy pay. We have the gray and the white available. Jack, it was great to spend time with you.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
See you later.
And 81484 is that item number. That's a lot of runtime on those batteries. Coming on a little bit later on in the show.